Our peace of God doesn't come from the absence of trouble. But watch this. It comes from the presence of God. It don't come from the absence of trouble. It comes from the presence of God. But man, listen, I'm in a season in my life where I ain't got time for foolishness. I'm choosing peace all day, every day. If that means, watch this, if that means losing you or losing that relationship, then I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. To choose my peace over losing you, I choose me all day. Right? Think about that. Because see, people come, man, listen, if you allow people to come in, man, people ain't got nothing to lose will help you lose it all. You know that, right? When somebody ain't got nothing to lose, they will help you lose it all. Man, y'all know some of them people. They just ain't trying to get right. They ain't trying to do what's right. They don't care what you doing. They ain't, listen, they ain't supporting what you got going on. It don't even matter what you got going on. They don't celebrate you. But they always want to interject themselves in your mix or in your life, right? To cause confusion, combustion. Nah, man. It ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that. So I choose me all day. I choose me all day long. Hallelujah. Because I want to live this life in peace, man. Yeah, Crystal, they celebrate you when it's convenient for them. When it's convenient for them, when they need something out of the situation, you know? When they need something, and listen, that's a manipulator. That's a gaslighter, right? You know, don't let people keep using you. Don't let people keep using you. Listen, it's okay to stand for something. That don't mean you're not being nice. But sometimes you can be loyal to a default. You know, I think loyalty is underrated, y'all. Y'all think about that? Have you ever been loyal to somebody and just loyal to them for years, and they'll give you that same loyalty back? You know what I mean? Loyalty is so overrated. You know, some people, you'll go to your grave being loyal to something that you ain't supposed to be loyal to. Somebody don't even deserve your loyalty. Think about that. They don't give you that same loyalty back. You know what I say? Watch this. Be loyal to yourself. How about that? That loyalty stuff is out the window. It ain't, listen, it's underrated and overrated. Don't let nobody keep using you. Don't let you keep being the doormat for them to walk on. Don't let you don't need to keep being the boxing match. You don't need to keep being the boxing bag for them. Think about that. Don't let people keep using you, man. Protect your peace. Because if they ain't got nothing to lose, they will help you lose it all. You got to go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So, I'm in that stage of my life right now. I don't mind. I don't mind making my circle smaller. I don't mind my circle being small. You know what I mean? That's right, Virginia. You can get real tired. And I know some of y'all tired. I know some of y'all wore out. I know some of y'all just trodden down. But you can't let them beat you down. You can't let them beat you down, man. No. No. Not today. Not today. So yeah, I choose me. It feels so much better, y'all. Man, it feels so much better. It feels so much better when you choose you. And when you finally tell the people no, and when you finally tell them no and stand up for something, they get mad at you, you know? They'll show you their true color. All you got to do is finally tell them no for once. Finally tell them no. Finally tell them no, that ain't the way, no. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? Oh, thank you so much. Somebody said, BL Crane. Thank you so much, BL Crane. I appreciate the love. But yeah, man, listen. And sometimes, watch this, guys. And sometimes God will remove them out your life. Think about that. God will try to hold on to that burden. We'll try to hold on to that confusion. Because some of us, you know, some of us adapt to toxic. You know, we so used to toxicity, you know, because that's all we seen. But God will remove that person out of your life. And watch this. Watch this. You think that person leaving you. You think that person done turned their back on you. Oh, they done me wrong. They left me. They walked out of my life. But watch this. All the time, God is protecting you. Think about that. All the time, God's just protecting you. See, he saw things you didn't see. And I think about that all the time, man. It's like, you know, he heard conversations that you didn't hear. So guess what? He protecting you. See, sometimes God got to protect us from us. Yeah, he got to protect us from us sometimes. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You don't see it now, but you'll see it later. You like, okay, God, I see what you was doing. See, he see, watch this. He see what's coming down the road. God see what's coming down the road. He see all that stuff that you don't see. See, God protected you the whole time. I thank God for his protection. I thank God for his covering. I thank God for saving a wretch like me. I thank God for, man, listen. Come on, man. Yeah. So, yeah. That's why. That's why he separated you. That's why, you know, it feel like you're isolated. Nah, God separated you. He got you away from these people. He got you away from that situation, right? So protect your peace, man, at all costs. That's where I'm at, man. Man, listen, I'm about to be 50, okay? I ain't got time for games no more. I ain't got time. It's time for me to maximize everything that God has for me, right? And people are right. And people are right, man. The older you get, the less you, So yeah, next month I'll be 50 years old and I ain't got time. I'm sorry. I'm protecting my peace. And some people, man, listen. Some people don't want to be helped. Let me just say that. You know, no matter what you do to help people, you can go to the moon and back. You can carry them to the water and they drink all they want to drink, and some of them still don't want to drink. You can, listen to me, some people don't want help. You want the help, you want to help them, and you want the help more than they want it. Think about it. You want the help more than they want it. Man, no. Listen, we ain't got time for them games no more. Them games are over. Because you don't need that extra stress. You don't need that unwanted stuff. You don't need none of that. I'm protecting my peace. I don't know about you, but when people show me who they are, I'm believing it. I ain't gonna waste my time with them. Listen, listen. I've been on guard with that. When somebody show me who they are, I ain't wasting my time with them. I was having a conversation with somebody, right? And I ain't gonna say no name, but I was having a conversation with them, and they're in a situation right now, and where they locked up. Let's just say that they locked up. I was having a conversation with them about how to change your life and how you don't want to get out the same way you came in, right? I'm having a conversation with them. I'm sharing with them on how, the steps you need to take. Get your education, right? Get your GED, because they didn't graduate from high school. So I'm sharing it with them. And you know what they told me? This is what they told me. This is what they told me. They said they don't need no GED. I don't need a GED. I don't need to graduate. I'm gonna focus on something else. And listen, to each his own, right? But at that moment, I stopped putting all of my energy into trying to give them a plan, a blueprint to change their life. Because at that moment, I realized no matter how much you want to help somebody, no matter how much you give them the information, they got to want it. If they don't want it, I'm not going to burn my energy. I'm not going to burn my time. I'm not going to waste my time. None of that. And when they told me that, I said, that's it. That's it. I'm going to let them figure it out. I'm done. I wipe my hand. No, that's it. Because if you don't want the blueprint, I'm trying to lay it out for you. And you telling me how that ain't gonna help you. By you having an education ain't gonna help you in life. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I never heard that. By you not having an education, that's going to help you. You convince your own self that it's better for you not to graduate. You have convinced yourself. Ain't no sense of me wasting my time. You know what I mean? I'm like, but yeah, it's sad that you got some people that no matter how much you want, no matter how much you want them to change, no matter how much you want for them to be successful, they got to want it. They got to want it. Yeah, you're right. Some people lazy. Might have said that over here on TikTok. Who that was? Elise. That's right, Elise. Some people just lazy. They don't want to put in the work. They want everything handed to them. Think about that. You go into work. You get up every morning. You go to work. You pay bills. What about them people that want to stay with you and don't want to pay no bills? How about them people? Because we don't even want to talk about them people, right? Folks that want to live for free. Y'all know what I'm talking about. No, man. I know y'all dealing with some of them. I know it. They don't want to work because they're getting everything for free. They get room and board for free. They getting food for free. They laying in your bed for free. Oh, my God. No, man. Listen. You better serve them eviction notices. You know, it's like the spirit of laziness. You know what I mean? Leeches. That's right. Leeches. You got to be careful. People will drain your energy. They'll drain your energy. They will drain you dry and suck up all that you worked hard for. It's sad. Listen, I've been around some people. I've seen some people, man, older people that stay with their great-great-grandparents, and they'll stay there and wait till they die. They won't even go out and work. They'll just wait around and wait till they die. I mean, that is pitiful, man. So you got to be careful. It's people that they be plotting on you. You got to watch out for them people. Yeah, you got to watch out for them people. Because they want everything handed to them. They want them free. They want it free. Ain't nothing in life free. Nothing. Nothing in life is free. You got to work for it. Yeah, it's some despicable people out here, man. You got to watch people and watch they move and how they move, man, because their intentions are crazy. You know? Yeah, and God don't like ugly. You sure right about that, Queen D. Yeah, water ain't even free. I teach man that right now. I teach man that. I let him know, you know, there's nothing in life for free. You got to work for it. You got to work for it. You got to, you know, you got to put in the work. You know, think about a lot of us, man. We worked all our lives. We put in the work. You know, yeah, me and my wife, man, he back here with us, Teresa. Yeah, he actually gone to a session now. He'll be back later. But yeah, you got to put in the work. Me and my wife, we worked for years. My wife worked out of college. Think about it, guys. Me personally, I worked ever since I was 9 years old, y'all. 7, 8, 9 years old. I've always had a job. I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. I used to sell the papers. You know, back in the days they had the papers. You could sell the papers on the four-way corner stop. Yeah, I sold papers on the corner. Right? Early in the morning. I used to get up early in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning, and sold the papers on the corner, four-way stop. And listen, I used to hold the signs like in Alabama they had a Mardi Gras. Some they call a Mardi Gras in Alabama. I used to hold the signs on the floats. I did all that stuff, you know. And every summer I had a job. I don't even know if they still got the summer jobs anymore, y'all. Y'all remember the summer jobs they had back in the days? You know, you could get a summer job. You know what I mean? Whether it's at a free lunch place or a gym or rec or something. You know, I've always had a job. You know, I used to love to work. I couldn't wait to get there. But now, this generation, these people now, they scared of work and quick to call and ask you, can I get $20? Can I get $30? Can I get $40? You got this, you got that. And you're like, what? At your age, come on, man. Come on. I just don't get it. This generation we in is a trip. I'm telling you. But yeah, every summer, even throughout the day, listen, I've always had a job. I've worked all my life. So that's why this right here is new to me. As a full-time caregiver, it's new to me. Even before my wife had the stroke, right? I was working 2 jobs for years. 2 jobs for years. I would get off work, guys, around 3:30. And this just happened a few years ago. I would get off work around 3:30, right? And have to be back to work, watch this, at 6:30. I only had time to go home, take a shower, change, and go back to my second job at 6:30 and get off around 9:30. You know what I mean? Only like 3 hours on my second job. But I did that for like 6 years. 6 years, guys. Yeah. I didn't listen. I didn't make no excuses. I didn't make no excuses, man. I'm telling you. And that's why, you know, being a full-time caregiver now is foreign to me because I've always worked, you know. But I understand that this assignment that I'm on now is my biggest assignment. It's the biggest job that I could ever have. So it's God ordained. You know what I mean? So, hey, listen, I'm doing God's work, you know, and God is taking care of me. So that's why, you know, I go hard with my ministry, which I do now, document our story, our journey with content creation. That's how I generate income right now for me and my wife, because I'm not able to go out. Listen, my emails is flooded every day of jobs, opportunities. I get text messages. I get emails every day. I never had an issue with a job. Never had a problem with working. Never. But I don't understand this generation now. You know, my thing is you get a job to get a job, you know? Have you ever ran across them people say, oh, I ain't found nothing in my field? You ask them, hey man, you found a job yet? You found a job yet? You got a job? Oh, ain't nothing in my field open. I ain't found nothing in my field. I'm waiting on the call. You waiting on the call. Listen, when you ain't working, the field is wide open. Don't be talking about you waiting on something in your field. No, it's wide open. So you need to just get out there in the battlefield. Get out there and get a job. I don't care. It's 100 restaurants out there. It's 100 places out there that need somebody to work. The field is wide open, baby. Don't be talking about I'm waiting on something to open in my field. No, dog. That ain't how we roll. And I taught all my kids that, man. And listen, what I can say is they have listened to something. They have listened to that. Because I told them, you get a job to get a job. Just because that job hadn't opened up that you applied for, that don't mean you lay on the couch until it come. Now, you got to get out there in the field. That means the field wide open for you, baby. I don't care if you got to bust dishes. You bust dishes. until that other job opportunity come up. I don't care if you got to dig ditches. Whatever you got to do, you do it until that other opportunity open up. That's my motto, man. No, you get a job to get a job. You don't lay around to wait on a job. No, you work while you're waiting on the job. Come on, man. I never understood that. And listen, I've been unemployed. The longest I ever been unemployed in my life, the longest I ever been unemployed in my life was probably a week or two. In my whole entire life, the longest I ever been unemployed, probably a week or two. That's it, man. That's it. Because I've always found something. Here's the thing. I've always got something until something else that I won't open, right? That's the thing. But I established myself. I went to school. That's very important. I went to school. I got a trade. I did 4 years in school, technical school, and got my architect engineering trade. And I was able to, work for the union. You know what I mean? So I was able to do some things that a lot of people couldn't do. So I've always had an opportunity to stay on a job for a long time. And I was in the union for over 20 years. You know what I mean? So it's very rare that I was laid off. I always had a job. I love blueprints, right? I love to read blueprints. And that's just my thing. And a lot of people don't like to mess with blueprints. They don't understand the lingo, But for me, that's just what I do. I like to, adventurous stuff. I like to, you know what I'm saying? I just like that. Infrastructure, all of that. So that's just who I am. I'm wired that way. You know what I mean? So I was gifted in that way to figure things out. And here's the thing, it's not a lot of black people in that field. I don't know why, but it's not a lot of black people in that field. But for me, I loved it, man. I loved it. And I had to go to school for 4 years to become a journeyman. I've been a journeyman now, well, maybe 16, 17 years. I was a journeyman. And I was able to make top dollar, along with having my own construction company, things like that. Me and my wife been in business for years. And then doing ministry. So I stayed busy doing something, always. Then I made history. Right before this happened to my wife, I made history in the company. One of the biggest engineering companies, engineering firms here in the state of Florida. I made history and became the first black foreman. I became the first black foreman of the company's history. The first black foreman and the youngest. Man, my wife was so happy for me, man. Listen. Oh my God. My wife was so happy for me, y'all. My wife was happy. I mean, man, everywhere she go, she was like, oh, my baby, my baby. She was happy for me. She was really happy for me. And just to see her happiness, man, I said, that's all that matters to me. That was awesome. And she was just so happy. But a lot of hate came with that. And it was from, the co-workers. A lot of hate came with that. But that's okay. I'm willing to take that with the, with the promotion, because a lot of hate came with that. And it came from a lot of the older guys, a lot of the white males, a lot of the older guys and the white males. How he's able to get that position. I'm younger than them, so I'm telling them what to do. I'm telling them what's on the agenda today, what area they need to be working in, what we need to get done, right? They ain't like that. They ain't like that. So they questioning, they putting in complaints, questioning how is he qualified for this position? How did he get this position? How did he get that? Who do you know? I said, listen, man, I've been doing this for over 20 years, brother. I've been, you know, you worry about how I get this. I put in the work. All right. They wasn't even journeymen. They was just mechanics. So I've been a journeyman for 16 years, sir. They were just mechanics. And so they was mad. They was hot. They was mad at me, boy. Ooh, hot as fish grease. You hear me? But I didn't care. I came in there and I did my job. I laid out everything what needed to be laid out. And that's kind of what I did is, I would lay everything out. I would lay everything out and let them know, what needed to be done. I would put crews together, let them know what needed to be done. And look, boy, them jokers did not like that. Ooh, wow, they was mad. God, they were mad. And the crazy part about it is when the owner came, everybody used to be running. Oh, there go the bull. Oh. When the owner came, they come every week and they come and do a walkthrough through the job because I was the foreman on a $30 million project. It was a $30 million project. We was doing doing infrastructure on a college, right? It was a $30 million project, and they was about to move me to a $200 million project after that. But my wife ended up having a stroke. She ended up having an aneurysm, and I had to walk away from it. I had to walk away from my career. And but anyway, the owner used to come, and the crazy part about it, when he did his walkthrough, every time he did his walkthrough, he would always come over there with me and stop and talk to me for about 5 minutes. Everybody be standing around looking. What they talk about? What they talking about? What they talking about? But he would come find me. He would come find me and talk to me for about 5 minutes, just talking. Everybody was around looking. Oh, there go the owner. There go the owner. The owner here. But he was cool. Me and him laughed. We talked. They looking like, oh, I wonder what he talking about. It was funny, man. It was funny. But they amazing, man. And listen, when I put my notice in, he reached out to me personally. He reached out to me personally and told me, I'm sorry what happened to your wife. I wish you the best. Your main focus is, you focus on her, and if you ever need us, we're always here. You always have a home to come to. Stuff like that. That was really nice. You know what I mean? And I did have the people to reach out to me, the counseling people, like, oh, do you need counseling? Are you sure? This and that and other. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. But yeah, that's how that went. Yeah. And my wife, man, listen, I'm just glad that I was able to do that. I'm not saying it's over. I'm not saying that she won't see more accomplishments, but I know she see the biggest accomplishment now is being the husband that she believed that I should be, is being the husband that God has called me to be to her. But I'm just so glad she was able to see me make it to the top of my career and profession before she had the aneurysm. I'm so glad she was able to experience that and see that, and she was so happy for me. Oh my God. I think she was happier than me, y'all. She was happier than me. And that's all she used to talk about. She was just happy. I was happy for her too because, as you guys know, my wife was a real estate agent with Keller Williams, right? And she's been a hairstylist for years, 20 something, 30 years. But she was also a real estate agent. So that's her dream job. That was her dream thing, right? That is what she wanted to do at the end of her career as she retired. So my wife was a real estate agent for about 5, 6 years before she had the aneurysm, right? But let me say this, she wasn't just a real estate agent, y'all. She was like top tier. Let me just say that. You can Google her. You can look her up. With Keller Williams, Lucretia Hawthorne was top 2, top 3 real estate agent every year. Every year. My wife would cap out every year. And every month she would make top 10, top 2, top 3 out of 500 agents, y'all. Out of 500 agents in the region, my wife was top 3, top 4, top 2, top 10 every month. And here's the thing. She used to cap out every year. Some of you guys know about capping out, right? Some of you guys may not know what capping out means. She used to get her hard hat every year. So if you're a real estate agent, you know what I'm talking about. So capping out means she would cap out. That means you have a hard hat ceremony, and for the rest of the year, you get 100%. So she'll cap out around June, around May and June, half of the year. So that means the rest of the year, 100%, whatever she did, it belongs to her. Ain't no more percentage, no more percentages. She capped out every year. Every year. And the enemy was so mad because she was helping so many people. Listen, it was a team effort. Let me just say that, because what we did is, because I did credit repair too. I did credit repair. She did the real estate. So watch this. We used to host home buyers classes, right? For free. For those of you who don't know, I've shared it before, but it's a lot of new people on here. We used to do home buyers classes in the churches. We did them in the local churches. We did them in the community for free. We taught people about financial literacy. We taught them about the home buying process. What did it take? And we did all this for free. For free, y'all. And that's what we did. And she was helping a lot of people. Watch this. She was helping a lot of people become homeowners that has never owned a home before. And listen, my wife was that real estate agent that would help you get that free money that the state would give you for first-time home buyers. You know, every state give you like $20,000, $25,000 for first-time home buyers, right? Every state has it. Every state has it. They have a program out there that would give you, as a first-time homeowner, a first-time home buyer, and watch this. My wife found the loophole. She found the loophole. If you owned a home before, you still can get the grant for the first-time homeowners after 2 years, after so many years, you still can qualify for it. And a lot of people don't know that. So it don't have to be your first time. Ooh. And listen, a lot of real estate agents wouldn't do it, y'all. They wouldn't do it because the only estate agents wouldn't do it because they only pay 1%. They only pay 1%, guys. That's it. But with my wife, with her, she does it. Because the money didn't matter to her, y'all. She wanted to create a legacy. Not a loophole, but yeah, you're right. You know what I mean. I'm trying to use the right word, but it's 3 years. Okay, 3 years, 2 or 3 years. But anyway, it's a law. Let's say that, not a loophole, but a law that a lot of people ain't gonna tell you, because a lot of people think, okay, I owned a home before, so I don't qualify for that. But nah, that's not true. If you own a home, then after so many years, you qualify, right? So you can get the money. But I mean, the house. My wife didn't care nothing about the money, y'all. She didn't care nothing about it. She wanted to change people's lives. A lot of real estate agents, they wouldn't do it because it only paid 1%. And they wouldn't do it because a lot of people that applied for it, they needed credit repair. Right? So my wife will hold their hand all the way to the closing table. My wife will give them a layout, a plan, a play out on what they need to do, and she'll hold their hand all the way to the closing table. I'm telling you, that's what she did. And listen, she'll say, don't you go buy nothing. Don't you do it. She'll say, don't you go buy nothing. Don't you do